Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Actions when him say a few months now you go into the polls. And there has been a number of development across a movie quite interesting, and I think say Debbie Amakansa and Mirabama I just try to come here so you better discuss some of the issues and follow the discussion going on, and I think that there are very important issues we need to pay critical attention to. One has to do with happenings across Cocoboard and state-owned enterprises. How abaye conductor amount for the make sika, and in the end, no, yajiatum says state-owned enterprises. We don't run it for profit. Yajiatum say you run it for a loss. And if you go into the operations of most of the state-owned enterprises, the shitty deals are a cost or honor. If you are who are bambu as a Ghanaian, and I make us issues like this, it doesn't matter where you stand across the political divide. As long as a way nipa da seni nyansa wo tima dwen wo tima sabi utime dwen, there are certain evil you can't just shut up and say, hey, I am part of it. No. Basa at that point, because human beings, we are supposed to have conscience. And sir, their coso, our state-owned enterprises. Almost all of them say officiana ya a car air coso in the state-owned enterprises in our boma, yen a number of billions of defense cities. But abaya normal near buya near guso. Sa near man de coso e wo Cocoboard. Yebe kan ho asem, and now no Dr. Bawumia shared the press and he said something be seen there I doubt if indeed says asem no kan ya. Am so bi bisa and say nema na o keka se obeye no. Adenti na ne. Onjina the nine so na onye. The guy was bold enough to say na oh yes nema na obedi president den and obeye biem. I think that is one of the most damn best answers amate from a political, from Obia or Siki high office. And some of these Easterns will be so easy to say because, my cousin, your politics, and we don't attach seriousness to our politics. And any politician can just say anything and then get away with it. And the energy to stand there and say, and ne mana obetumi aye no onye. Because so obey president no yes mana a dear ben obey. At the time Ghana is in crisis. At the time all the promises and assurance are more than mayan as to why Bawumia was picked by President Akufo-Addo. Say omeyen the running mate in say Abrantiano from Bank of Ghana. About economics he understands it, he knows it, and he will help say be able to turn the corner. Sabia Ghana economy will gain some stability. That was the reason why Bawumia buy. And fast forward, ye bedru baby na the economy not tumble to a point here. I'm not sure we can find any right word to describe how horrible Ghana economy we are running on in the last 8 years. Nipana or da no ye Bawumia was supervising a historic saying downslide of Ghana's economy to a point where inflation and historic 52-53%. I been see yaka ye can't want some ye dollar and net dollar yes $16 cedis. 16 cedis. Pound cried all can was a man ye. Sanima win now for swam the average and the ordinary Ghanaian no live in abject poverty. Among for more a can near my bakruma. Near mana boy among for to the stand say Ebinu e kuomo Ebinu to floor mine. Nasa you have the solution and pass over to me and turning the situation around that. He's telling you say oh ye ni na obey president just say aye enkwada sama min hu bita. And this particular same way I don't see how many people are raising concern because to them it's normal. But it's so senseless to the extent that I wonder why Obia We'll get it to a point also President Daddy will make such an infantile comment. Say me me banner me. The point is at this time Ghana is standing on the precipice. Yanya Lakia, we will slip to economic perdition. And we can't come back. You're self-proclaimed because so what your mind, you've gotten to a point you can't even go out there to borrow because your credit score, you are not credit worthy. We have mismanaged the country in such a way, say Ghana as a country has no dignity to go out there and say me bobosia. So I want this situation as a sanity. Just like those of you in America, those of you in the UK, pe se phone ba na sa opesa wo jibi na wututu and kakra they look at your credit score to ascertain say wo your credit wealthy ana and say the amount. Se car na wo kwa kwagye se mortgage they check whether you are credit worthy or the more betimi atua. Ghana, you go to a point here we are not credit worthy to the point that we can't go out there and borrow money because of how foolishly these people have managed this economy. Because you see, America, no, your friends say credit agencies are, or they'll give you the score. The same way about countries are. The rating agencies, your Moody's, your Fitch, your S&P, over the years, and a sound crofo way. And a dear nimu amount that particular credit score. But or munyina rate ye jang to the point that we can't. Akwa could do a pointer a state-owned enterprise like Cocoboard. Or try say your friend is saying or kwaje Bosnia aya the cocoa syndicated loan over the years now ya kwaje the better cocoa no to a point here and Cocoboard cannot go out there to borrow because the cost of my is the same thing that is going on there. Nasa vice president, you have the knowledge, you have the expertise, you have the skills, you have the solution. I bet me to turn the economy around today. Problems now affect a man for life, a good amount for businesses. Ama Ghana, and you go to the point say a car ya diabonti crying yen to mintia. Look at the dollar rate today. Nasa solution. Now I can say na me yeni na. And that is the kind of deception this guy has been throwing in his wake from day one, from 2016 to date. But when he was coming, my culture said Ghana, no, majority of the people are so gullible, especially within the media. So in a way, a doctor, in a way, you say it ends there. We are unable to probe into details. Nipano, they are all what to offer. Solution or proposal, how feasible are these solutions? And see, I can't say so because when they were telling us that they were not going to borrow and there are other ways to turn the economy around, you know. First question I say, exactly or the beba. Because the practical solution, you know, and the nipa, the energy to follow, say, okay, yeah, the manner he contended because we bought A, B, C, D. That is the exact thing Akufo-Addo did when he appeared before. It was a BBC and Al Jazeera for an interview. He said, "We say the free-seekers, baba, it's a very nice policy, but crime bang and our fast will roll out. The costing till date, and I yet when he couldn't pinpoint to a single source. And then we don't have a guaranteed source of funding for the free-seekers. Now, no, me catch about oil money. They say they are tam nebedu baby no. We can't even guarantee. And this are encouraging way. Enya nema yade eye politics. Because baby a Ghana jina sesia no. A man fafa or how mu. Look at the level of youth unemployment. People are looking for a way out. Like I said. Nobody is expecting say buying Messi a dine, a buying Kohan dine, a buying May say. The old one said, Ma a human nomraho won't mean creating in na. Ma the private sector no. What it takes, I almost bet me expand the horizon. Yet me a funny per juma, ama emrante and my when ye juma ye. Now or that's or na or ye na juma, they will be able to pay for their rent and other expenses a home. But Sanyama win your priority. and a yetu near manafra, and obia ti baby no ya the ope, as if say or mine opinion in him. Obia ya the ope. Cocoboard ya da American who say me say a tambui. Go there and check near my air course within Cocoboard. Now, so what structure na esi ho na apart from the CEO na nkasa no, deputy, advisor to the deputy, advisor to this, just say time. And every year bia Cocoboard boka to the point that even the year 2021 or boka to a tune of about 2.1 billion from 2016 up till date. Every year bia a kaso so na kwa adwuma na se kwa abonten kwa bobosia oba wona wo decide how much you are buying the cocoa because kroma na nya farmer na ya de sa right na ma no. So it is the same Cocoboard okoje na bosia oba na no determine how much Cocoboard is going to pay for the farmers. But ni nyina achi no ye to cocoa boka e wo kroma sei to a point last year. And I yakwaji loan, the same cocoa syndicated loan. Say, yeah, baba be to cocoa kroma say. The sector has been mismanaged to a point to say, the yaka say ye benya, the tons of cocoa, over 650,000 tons, metric tons of cocoa, no, yenya. And Tibusiana, ya boy, no, we couldn't even pay everything. Because last year, I bet here, a little over 400,000 metric tons. Nipa 2016, na yenya over 900,000 and over, no. Because oko ha ye pia cocoa no good to galam say. Ya kofa China for abegu muram and no chemicals egu nsase na say enti cocoa enya de se beso. Fertilizers are na wo hose ye nchema farmers and ewie ye na ye smuggle chema party mpanifo dodo na say ye. So the sector enya priority. And the cocoa beans na yenya over the years from increment time abaye the backbone of our economy no and a decline it and it's not as if say yenya the alternative be the shemo no because the abaye no ba obaye no so no be pesika or nwene ho what happens in the future enti ende Ghana the cocoa beans ka menti bi krada over 250,000 metric tons because we couldn't supply this year. So we are hoping that this year no yako balance omo. And there is no guarantee that this year even 400 na yenya no cry base yenya ne biem. And to betia and now Cocoboard CEO Dimri Kabaya announcement for the first time in 32 years Cocoboard is no longer going to assess syndicated loan. We are coming to raise that guy is a joker. And then answer and the finance minister Cotton Bloomberg quite interview. Or no one the finance minister Cotton your friend said Bloomberg a quiet interview. Coca said no, it is because of the difficulty of buying the war in assessing and answering in Sabeka Sikano and Unti. And now or more decided say your friends on find ways of getting the money internally. Because this consortium of international banks and over the years, yet just as syndicated loan from Hono, they have come to the realization that Ghana your debt stock no, baby a Cocoboard. Ne nema druno, so would you see come and become I catch us last year cocoa na yentimian supply. Enti, or no, he's hoping say, 1.5. Your friend saying billion na ye penno say ye nyakra na he's hoping say ye betimi nya $600 million from the international banks na dia ka no ya pa free ha. This is the finance minister talking. Now gauge it against what the CEO our Cocoboard no can. Say we are breaking away. It's a historic move. When you know very well, say the sector has been mismanaged to the point that you are not credit worthy. Obianya na just ordinary sikabema. And that has become the order of the day. State-owned enterprises. And Obian Transition Yansa who say, say state-owned enterprises, if they are not supposed to be running for profit, then the same vein, we are not supposed to run it for a loss. So let us balance it. But no, over the years, me say, take the state-owned enterprises one after the other and check if any of them is making profit. na kochake CEO for no sika omoje. You see, we are talking about cutting down the size of government. I'm for saying the ministers doors. So now, no matter say, Akufo-Addo, Bawumia say, or the 50 ministers, Mahama say, or the 60 ministers. Cutting down the size of government, and it's not about ministers. Oh, it is about the various foolish appointments that you're making in the various state-owned enterprises. Because so Cocoboard, salary as CEO, Ejeno, Uchema Babe 4, and send a minister Ajibi. Me say Cocoboard salary na ojeno CEO no jeno uchemu be 4 and sana a minister of state and answer MP enyabi and then no conveniently and Akufo-Addo timing the why ne say or appoint CEO nko or appoint CEO no appoint deputy CEO in charge of finance, deputy CEO in charge of administration, deputy CEO in charge of operations, deputy into Ubakono now one CEO no about best 7 deputies. And I your communication officer, communication consultant. Your friend saying deputy communication consultant to the just say kwasi appointment. And I because sika o hoye nye nchama ye ho. So at the end of the day no obekom no na sika na ye generate wo ho no ye de atua nipa na omo adwuma no ka to a point to say there is nothing left in the books of these companies. So what happened recently at our Bank of Ghana? It's the same thing. The same thing happened at our Bank of Ghana. Wisu, I'm saying, Bumubinum and Americano, Nipani Binoha, they are so silly to the point that you can't even save them from themselves. Enti, so utie asemna mekana. Appointments in na ya. Nti sika na ebenya na ya sesa sika na ya dia PP so because exactly sa nneema na bi e na see ewo Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana in a single year etimi accumulate a loss of about 60 billion. Ya brush so to the point then abaye foolish case. When minority members of parliament rise demonstration in the end insult and governor no insult your issue now die out. So if one state-owned enterprise, if an institution like Bank of Ghana betimia boka over 60 billion in a year, no, I get it away, nobody is held responsible and accountable. I know that you can imagine. Why not we blame you? You can't blame anybody. You can't blame anybody. And Sanya Manana by a cycler, run it through in everything that we are doing. Because politics is a joke. Nipa ne bejina ha or kasa concert sembia or kan